What is the confession, Ed?
Well, I do hold my hands up when I get something wrong, and it's not very often I get something wrong, but this time I have.
Ed?
Yep, up here.
Oh, there's a lot of noise.
Yeah. Anna, come up the stairs and have a look.
I'm coming. It's looking beautiful, Ed.
What is?
The steps.
Ah, the staircase looking. Yeah, I've got a little confession about that in a minute, but yeah, it's looking good up top, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Wow. I am up. You're very fast. Oh, you're wearing your belt. I am so proud of you.
Well, it helps a little bit. It doesn't help 100%, but it helps a little bit. Every little helps, eh?
Definitely.
Okay, so I've not been doing too much of this. Been concentrating on getting those last few beams in. And then I've still got a few noggins to put in, but most of them are in as well. Yeah, and then there's something else I've got to show you outside as well.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so basically it's all pretty much samey. And unless I do a time lapse, you know, it's a bit boring, isn't it?
Well, a bit, but it's nice. It's nice to see the work, but we don't want to see too much of the same exact work, do we?
Exactly. So, like I said, I have a confession about the stairs.
What is the confession, Ed?
Well, I do hold my hands up when I get something wrong, and it's not very often I get something wrong, but this time I have, but it's okay, I've got a solution. You go downstairs, Anna, and I'll explain the problem.
Okay.
Mind my tools just stranded around the stairs?
Well, I have just walked on the cable, but it's okay. I didn't squash it too much. But the steps are really, really nice.
Okay, so this is about the third time I've built stairs. Every other time I've had a huge amount of space up top. Now, when I came to build these stairs here, I was looking and I thought, yep, this beam's in place. As I walk up, I've got lots of clearance, everything's good. Except I couldn't walk down the steps until they were built.
Uh-oh. An honest mistake?
Yeah, and as we get close, you can see this beam is near. Now, I'm not the tallest, guys. I'm 5'10", so about 178, or was. Might have shrunk now. But you can see I'm a little bit worried about that beam. Now, we did have a wooden beam underneath that was even lower, and I had to dip to get under. I don't have to dip. I can literally keep my head right up. But if somebody's taller, they're going to hit your head. Don't forget as well, we're going to have 3 centimetre stones on here too. Yes. So although I wanted to keep this beam in...
That is just reinforcement, because it's not really needed.
It's not needed. It was before we decided to put these metal beams in. I wanted to keep this in. It wasn't for reinforcement, it was just to keep the walls together. But they don't need to be kept together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut this beam out and cut it out over there. And that's going to give us absolutely loads of clearance here.
Why are you dangling?
Yeah. It's going to give us a lot more clearance, and everything will be fine once we take that out. After confessing that, I've got something to show you in the bathroom now. So the last few steps we've just poured because we wanted to keep this space under here
For my toilets.
Well, toilets should be going there. All of this wood is temporary, including this. Eventually I'm just going to cut this off and bolt it into the step, and that's just going to hold some of that up. But this is actually bolted into the concrete there. It's screwed up over there, but so that you don't have like kind of a bit of a kind of drop as you're walking in this corner here. I'm just going to bolt that onto that, so that will stop any movement downwards. And here, of course, this is where we had the metal and the concrete, and this is where we wanted to put the toilet. So this has to go. All of this is temporary, just whilst the concrete goes off. Once the concrete's gone off, it's got a lot of reinforcing rods in it, so it's going to be fine. It's going to be really strong. So yeah.
Well, that's great news.
If anyone was wondering, Louis is not here today for personal reasons.
Yes.
Don't want to go into that.
No.
And he'll be back tomorrow, and I'm obviously back on probably next week's vlog, because we've got a certain vlog we want to do for next vlog, don't we?
Yes.
From the 30th of April to the 4th of May, which is kind of like during the week, we're going to do a antique wine foodie gourmet weekend at well, it's not weekend, it's during the week, at Chateau Lagorce. And so if you're interested in that, please pop over to our website and send Anna an email. And yeah, we've got a few people who are pretty interested already, and we're just going to confirm a few last things, and then we're going to start taking bookings. Let's come around the corner, because we've got a nice bright thing to show you around the corner. So we've been advancing out here. It's looking really bright in this area now, isn't it, Anna? And it's not a particularly bright day, is it?
It is looking really nice, and yeah, it's covered skies, but still very nice and bright.
Yeah, I mean, this wall's pointed up. We crepied or stuccoed or rendered these walls just in the middle of letting that dry, so that we can put the last kind of coat of render on there, and then we've only got this wall to do. So then we'll be done with the render.
And that beam above you is looking really, really nice.
Yeah, I think once we get the bifold doors in there, which are still not ordered, once those go in, it'll really kind of set it off, won't it?
Yes, it will.
That kind of anthracite grey with that colour will look really good. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, we can't follow every single step of what we're doing here, just because you don't have the time really, Anna, do you?
No, and there's so much, well, I can only film about 2 days a week max.
Yeah, and then you've got the editing to do as well. And you could say, oh, well, maybe just do time-lapse, but it's still editing afterwards. Time-lapse take ages to edit, don't they, Anna?
They do.
So, yeah, because this is a bit boring, just like rendering off. We've not followed this, and we've kind of followed the parquet. But that's just how it is. I just want to go back upstairs and just show you a bit of the layout up there.
Sounds good. I like this.
I think you'll like it even more once the parquet's down. I don't know when that will be, because I'm having to take it so slow with my back and kind of jump on other jobs and then back in. And
It's okay.
here is a little bit of lost space up here, really, because the door, that beautiful door that we got, is going to come to about the same height. And yeah, I mean, one thing I did think of was leaving this kind of window as part of the upstairs and actually putting a kind of beams across here for the ceiling above the door, and then literally slope it down here, but that wouldn't make any difference up here. And just keep it kind of like a split in half here, and maybe this could be somewhere where somebody could put the TV and all their other things. And
Yeah, like a little
because
corner.
this, as you come up here where you are, Anna, I think this would work really well as a sitting room, come third bedroom from time to time. You know, like a pull-out sofa bed or something. But yeah, either we put kind of a floor in here or some kind of structure in here where I have a floor level at there, or we take it up higher. But I think at this kind of level might be quite good. It has to be really, really strong and safe because somebody could stand on it, sit on it, you know, you just never know.
Lie on it, hide on it, like play like hide and seek. I can just imagine like little ones like Charles and Emma. Yeah,
so we'll see. I think that's the way I'm going to go though. I might have to have the door in first before we do that, we'll see.
Yeah. Well.
But I can get all this floor in here and then leave this hole for the time being and come back to it. I have measured up here, and I think up here we're at about 55 meters squared, so 570 square foot, something like that. I think that's going to be really comfortable to have one bathroom, 2 bedrooms, or even 2 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. We'll figure that out later. And then a kind of sitting area, like I say, up here. Depending on how you feel about it, how far out we come with the sitting area, we'll figure that out. With the plans having to change, we can kind of do it as we go. I think the best thing to do is to get that floor in so we can walk around, feel the space a bit better. But there's definitely going to have to be... See, if we don't do 2 ensuite bedrooms, we're going to have a corridor here to get to the bathroom through there. So it may be worth kind of making 1 bedroom, a smallish bedroom, but with its own bathroom, and then the second bedroom, a big bedroom for the kind of parental suite or whatever. We're going to have to think about it.
Yeah.
I think maybe 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms might be the way to go, and just because we're going to have that toilet downstairs. So it'd be really nice to have 2 en suites, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think there's enough space for that. And a nice sitting area or desk area or...
Well, you could have both. To be honest, you could have both up here. Say around this beam there was some kind of wall or corridor or something. You could have a desk in here and your sitting area by the window over here.
Oh, I like that.
Because then that area here could be where your TV is. You're not losing space to get back from the TV. The kind of TV is already here. And so your couch could be over there and you know, what more do you need?
Definitely.
This really is the fun bit, getting the layout sorted.
It is for you.
Well, there is a little bit of a problem.
Oh no.
And that's if we have a bathroom over this side, it's going to be hard to get the soil pipe over there.
Which means...
The only thing I can think of doing would be to, wherever we have the bathroom, have the soil pipe going through this iron girder and trying to get over there somewhere. Maybe, possibly, if the bathroom was here somewhere, going over the iron girder where it's, or even to this side of the girder, in next to this wood here and across. I think that might be our solution.
Yeah.
There you go. You've just witnessed genius happen.
Actually...
2 brain cells have rubbed together and they've come up with that. Wow.
No, but it's okay.
I think that might work because it'd be quite nice to have a window in the bathroom now.
Yeah, that would be very nice.
And it's kind of a corner again that's not lost, but it's not easy to figure out how you're going to do it. So maybe we put a bathroom somewhere around here with the soil pipe, like I say, going that way. It's close to the outlet down there as well, which is 40 centimetres up. So before anybody says, oh, you should have put your pipes in underground. No, we couldn't do that downstairs. But yeah, that might be a way through with that. Let's go back now, Anna, and we'll go have a look at the budget, because I know there's some people that are itching to see where we're up to on the budget. Okay?
Sounds good, Ed.
Let's go. So not much has changed on this board since we last showed it you. Maybe the floor joists have gone on and the metal beam, that's 1500. The bits and bobs have just kind of carried on ticking on. We're still waiting on Denny to give us our final price for the roof. And we've still got to add Louis and Cyril into the mix. That I'll do in like at the end of the build. But adding it all up, we're up to about 210,000 now, which I don't think is too bad considering we've got all the bathrooms and everything. So really the big ones left are the underfloor heating, the kitchen, and then all the plasterboard and plasterwork. After that, there's really not much left to buy, to be honest. Hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you've not subscribed, subscribe. And don't forget, ring that bell, then you'll know when our next vlog's out. See you all next time.